The Rigveda, hymn 5.37, Indra, bedewed with holy oil and meetly worshipped, the swift one vies with Surya's beam in splendor. For him may mornings dawn without cessation, who saith, let us press Soma out for Indra. With kindled fire and stern grass let him worship, and Soma presser sing with stones adjusted, and let the priest, whose pressed stones ring forth loudly, go down with his oblation to the river. This wife is coming near, who loves her husband, who carries to his home a vigorous consort. Here may his car seek fame. Here loudly thunder, and his wheel make 1,000 revolutions. No troubles vex that king, in whose home Indra drinks the sharp Soma juice with milk commingled. With heroes he drives near, he slays the foeman, blessed, cherishing that name, he guards his people. May he support in peace and win in battle. He masters both the hosts that meet together. Dear shall he be to Surya, dear to Agni, who with pressed Soma offers gifts to India. And hymn 5.38, Indra, is also 5 verses. And 5.39, Indra. But when we take medicine, let it be a religious act. Okay, 5.38. Wide Indra, Satakratu, spreads the bounty of thine ample grace. So, Lord of fair dominion, friend of all men, give us splendid wealth, the food which mightiest Indra thou possessest, worthy of renown, is bruited as most widely famed, invincible. O golden-hued, O darter of the stone, the powers which readily obey thy will, divinities both thou and they, ye rule to guard them, earth and heaven, and from whatever power of thine, O Vritra slayer, it may be, bring thou to us heroic strength. Thou hast a man's regard for us in thy protection with these aids of thine, O Lord of 100 powers. Indra, may we be guarded well. Hero, may we be guarded well. And as much as our heroic deeds have results, there is a bestowal beyond human effort. In 539, Indra. Stone darting Indra, wondrous one, wealth is richly given from thee, that bounty, treasure finder. Bring filling both thy hands to us, bring what thou deemest worth the wish, O Indra, that which is in heaven. So may we know thee as thou art, boundless in thy magnificence, thy lofty spirit far renowned as fame to give and promptly to win. With this thou rendest even the firm stone darter, so to gang thee strength. Singers with many songs have made Indra perpetuous to their fame. Him who is king of humankind, most liberal of your wealthy ones, to him, to Indra, must be sung the poet's word, the hymn of praise. To him, acceptor of the prayer, the Atris raise their songs on high, the Atris beautify their songs. And our wish, our supplication, whatever, what we should really want is what deity decides is best for us. Hymn 540, Indra, Surya, Atra, 9 verses. Come thou to what the stones have pressed, drink Soma. O thou Soma's lord, Indra, best Vritra slayer, strong one with the strong. Strong is the stone, the draught is strong, strong is this Soma that is pressed. Indra, best Vritra slayer, strong one with the strong, as strong I call on thee, the strong, O thunder armed with various aids. Indra, best Vritra slayer, strong one with the strong, impetuous thunderer, strong, quelling the mighty, king, potent, Vritra slayer, Soma drinker, may he come hither with his yoked bay horses. May Indra gladden him at the noon libation. Surya, when the Asuras descended, Savar Banu pierced thee through and through with darkness. All creatures looked like one who is bewildered, who knoweth not the place where he is standing. What time thou smotest down Svarbanu's magic, that spread itself beneath the sky, O Indra, by his fourth sacred prayer, Atra discovered Surya, concealed in gloom that stayed his function. Let not the oppressor with this dread through anger swallow me up, for I am thine, O Atra. Mitra art thou, the sender of true blessing. Thou and King Varuna be both my helpers. The Brahman Atra, as he set the pressed stones, serving the gods with praise and adoration, established in the heaven the eye of Surya, and caused Svarbanu's magic arts to vanish. The Atras found the sun again, him whom Svarbanu of the brood of Asuras had pierced with gloom. This none besides had power to do. And let us focus on having states that derive from ritual more than substances. Hymn 541, Visvadevas, 20 verses. Who, Mitra Varuna, is your pious servant to give you gifts from earth, our mighty heaven. Preserve us in the seat of holy order, and give the offerer power that winneth cattle. May Mitra, Varuna, Aryaman, and Ayu, Indra, Vidabhukshan, and the Marutas love us, and they who of one mind with bounteous Rudra accept the hymn and laud with adorations. You will I call to feed the car horse, Athens, with the wind's flight, swiftest of those who travel. Are also to the Asura of heaven, worshipful, bring a hymn as 'twere libation. The heavenly victor, whose priest is Kanva, Trita with Dyaus accordant, Vata Agne, all feeding Pushan, Bhagasata oblation, as they whose steeds are fleetest. Seek the contest. Bring ye your riches, forthborn on horses. Let thought be framed for help and gain of treasure. Blessed he, the priest of Alcidja, through coursers, the courses which are yours, the fleet, O Marutas, bring hither him who yokes the car, your Vayu, who praises with his songs the god and singer, and praying and devout, noble and prudent, may the god's spouses in their thoughts retain us. I speed to you with powers that should be honored, with songs distinguishing heaven's mighty daughters, morning and night, the two, as 'twere all-knowing. These bring the sacrifice unto the mortal. You I extol, the nourishers of heroes, bringing you gifts. Vastoshpata and Bashtar, rich Vishana accords through our obeisance, and trees and plants for the swift gang of riches. Ours be the Parvatas, even they for offspring, free-moving, who are heroes like the Vasus. May holy Aptya, friend of man, exalted strengthen our word forever and be near us. Trita praised him, germ of the earthly hero, with pure songs, him, the offspring of the waters. Agni with might neighs loudly like a charger. He of the flaming hair destroys the forest. How shall we speak to the great might of Rudra? How speak to Bhaga, who takes thought for riches? May plants, the waters, and the sky preserve us, and woods and mountains for their trees for tresses. May the swift wanderer, lord of refreshments, listen to our songs, who speeds through cloudy heaven. And may the waters, bright like castles, hear us as they flow onward from the cloven mountain. We know your ways, ye mighty ones, receiving choice mead, ye wonderful, we will proclaim it. Even strong birds descend, not to the mortal who strives to reach them with swift blow and weapons, celestial and terrestrial generations, and waters will I summon to the feasting. May days with bright dawns cause my songs to prosper, and may the conquered streams increase their waters. Duly to each one hath my laud been offered. Strong be Varutri with her powers to succor. May the great mother Rasa here befriend us, straight-handed with the princes striving forward. How may we serve the liberal ones with worship? The Marutas, swift of course in invocation, The Marutas, far renowned in invocation, let not the dragon of the deep annoy us, and gladly may he welcome our addresses. Thus thinking, O ye gods, the mortal wins you to give him increase of his herds of cattle. The mortal wins him, O ye gods, your favor. Here he wins wholesome food to feed this body. As for mine old age, near rete, consume it. O gods, may we obtain from you this favor, strengthening food through the cow's praise, ye Vasus. May she who gives good gifts, the gracious goddess, come speeding nigh to us. For our well-being, may Ella, mother of the herds of cattle, and Ravasi, with all the streams accept us. May Ravasi, in lofty heaven, accepting, as she partakes the oblation of the living, visit us, while she shares Urjabya's food. And in the Islamic vision, the light beings, they're saying gods and goddesses here. They think of the good deeds, the good beliefs and stuff that humans have. And, well, if the jinn do things too, but hymn 542, Visvadevas, 18 verses. Now may our sweetest song with deep devotion reach Varuna, Mitra, Aditya, and Manga. May the 5 priests lord, dwelling in oblations, bliss-giving Asura, here whose paths are open. May Aditya welcome, even as a mother, her dear, heart-gladdening son. My song that lauds her, the prayer they love, bliss-giving, God-appointed, I offer unto Varuna and Mitra, in spirit him, the sagest of the sages, with sacrificial oil and meat bedew him. So then let him, God's avatar, provide us excellent, ready, and resplendent treasures. With willing mind, Indra, vouchsafe us cattle, prosperity, Lord of bays, and pious patrons, and with the sacred prayer by gods appointed, give us the holy deity's loving kindness. God Bhaga, Savatar, who deals forth riches, Indra, and they who conquer Vretra's treasures, Navaju and Ribukshan and Prande, the mighty and immortal ones, protect us. Let us declare his deeds, the undecaying, unrivaled victor, whom the Marutas follow. None of old times, O Magavan, nor later, none of these days, hath reached thy hero prowess. Praise him, the chief, who gives the boon of riches, Brahaspata, distributor of riches, who, blessing most the man who sings and praises, comes with abundant wealth to his invoker. Tended, Brahaspata, with thy protections, the princes are unharmed and girt by heroes. Wealth that brings bliss is found among the givers of horses and of cattle and of raiment. Make their wealth flee, who, through our hymns, enjoying the riches, yield us not an ample guerdon. Far from the sun, keep those who hate devotion, the godless prospering in their vocation. With wheelless chariots, drive down him, O Marutas, who at the feast of gods regards the demons. May he, though bathed in sweat, form empty wishes, who blames his sacred right, who toils to serve you. Praise him whose bow is strong and sure his arrow, him who is Lord of every balm that healeth. Worship thou Rudra for his great good favor. Adore the Asura, God with solutions. May the house friends, the cunning-handed artists, may the steers' wives, the streams carved out by Vimban, and may the fair ones honor and befriend us, Sarasvati, Brihadeva, and Raka. My newest song, though, that now springs within me, I offer to the great, the sure protector, who made for us this all in fond love, laying each varied form within his daughter's bosom. Now, even now, may thy fair praise, O singer, attain Raspate, who roars and thunders, who rich in clouds and waters with his lightning speeds forth bedewing both the earth and heaven. May this my laud attain the troop of Marutas, those who are youths in act, the sons of Rudra. The wish calls me to riches and well-being. Praise the unwearied ones whose steeds are dappled. May this my laud reach earth and air's mid-region, and forest, trees, and plants to win me riches. May every deity be swift to listen, and Mother Earth with no ill thought regard me. Gods, may we dwell in free, untroubled bliss. may we obtain the Aspen's newest favor, and gain their health-bestowing happy guidance. Bring riches hither unto us, and heroes and all felicity and joy immortals. Now, praying that one spiritual side succeeds and the other one doesn't is a very standard thing, but it does matter what you worship, of course, and not just in the Bhagavad Gita sense of to this, the ones that worship this is the sort of place they get, and hymn 5.43, Visvadevas, 17 verses. May the milch cows who hasten to their object come harmless unto us with liquid sweetness. The singer, lauding, calls for ample riches. The 7 mighty ones who bring enjoyment, with reverence and fair praise will I bring hither, for sake of strength, exhaustless earth and heaven. Father and mother, sweet as speech, fair-handed, may they, far famed in every fight, protect us. Advarus, make the sweet libations ready, and bring the beautiful bright juice to value. God as our priest, be thou the first to drink it. We give thee of the mead to make thee joyful. 2 arms, the soma's dexterous emulators, and the 10 fingers set and fix the press stone. The stalk hath poured, fair with its spreading branches, the mead's bright glittering juice that dwells on mountains. The soma hath been pressed for thee, its lover, to give thee power and might and high enjoyment invoked. Turn hither in thy car, O Indra, at need. Thy 2 well-trained and dear bay horses bring my God-traversed paths, accordant Agni, the great Aramata, celestial lady, and exalted, worshipped with our gifts and homage, who knoweth holy law to drink sweet soma. As on his father's lap the son, the darling, so on the fire is set the sacred cauldron, which holy singers stack, as if extending and heating that which holds the fatty membrane. Hither as herald to invite the Asvins, come the great lofty song, most sweet and pleasant. Come in one car, joy givers, to the banquet, like the bolt binding pole and nave, come hither. I have declared this speech of adoration to mightiest Pushan, the victorious Vayu, who by their bounty are the hymns inspirers, and of themselves give power as a possession. Invoked by us, bring hither Jatavedas, the Marutas, all under their names and figures. Come to the sacrifice, with aid all Marutas, all to the songs and praises of the singer. From high heaven may Sarasvati, the holy, visit our sacrifice, and from the mountain, eager propitious, may the balming goddess hear our effectual speech, our invocation. Set in his seat the god whose back is dusky, Brihaspati the lofty, the disposer, him let us worship. Set within the dwelling, the red, the golden-hued, the all-resplendent, may the sustainer, high in heaven, come hither, the bounteous one, invoked with all his favors, dweller with the dames, divine with plants, unwearied, the steer with triple horn, the life-bestower, the tuneful, eloquent priest of him who liveth, have sought the mother's bright and loftiest station, as living men with offered gifts and homage. They deck the most auspicious child to clothe him. Agni, great vital power is thine, the mighty. Pairs waxing old in their devotion seek thee. May every deity be swift to listen. The mother earth with no ill thought regard me. Gods, may we dwell in free untroubled bliss. May we obtain the Asvin's newest favor, and gain their health-bestowing happy guidance. Bring riches hither unto us, and heroes and all felicity and joy immortals. Let us remember that the material world witnesses, and different times and places and things, they have their own spiritual law, as you could say. Hymn 5.44, Visvadevas, 15 verses. As in the first old times, as all were wont, as now, he draweth forth the power turned hitherward with song, the princedom throned on holy grass, who findeth light, swift, conquering in the plants wherein he waxeth strong, shining to him who leaves heaven's regions undisturbed, which to his sheen who is beneath show fair in light. Good guardian art thou, not to be deceived, most wise, far from deceits thy name dwelleth in holy law. Truth waits upon oblation, present and to come, naught checks him in his way. This victory bringing priest, the mighty child who glides along the sacred grass, the undecaying youth set in the midst of plants. These come well yoked to you for furtherance in the right. Down come the twin-born strengtheners of law for him, with reins easily guided and commanding all. In the deep fall the hide stealeth away their names, thou moving beauteously invisible, pregnant ones, snatching with trees the branching plant that grasps the juice. Shinest true singer mid the upholders of the voice. Increase thy consorts, thou, lively at sacrifice, like as he is beheld, such as he said to be. They with effectual splendor in the floods have made earth yield us room enough, and amply wide extent, great might, invincible, with store of hero sons. Surya the sage, as if unwedded, with a spouse and battle-loving spirit, moveth o'er the foes. May he, self-excellent, grant us a sheltering home, a house that wards the fierce heat off on every side. Thy name sung forth by riches in these hymns of ours goes to the loftier one. With this swift mover's light, by skill he wins the boon whereon his heart is set. He who bestirs himself shall bring the thing to pass. The chief and best of these abideth in the sea, nor doth libation fail, wherein it is prolonged. The heart of him who praiseth trembleth not in fear, there where the hymn is found connected with the pure. For it is he with though to of Kshatra, Manasa, Yajata, and Sadre, and Evavada, with Avatsara's sweet songs, will we strive to win the mightiest strength, which even he who knows should gain. The hawk is their full source, girth-stretching, rapturous drink of Visvavara, of Mayan and Yajata. They ever seek a fresh draught, so that they may come. Know when thy time to halt and drink thy fill is near. Sada Prana, the holy, Tarya, Srutavet, and Bahuvrikta, joined with you, has slain the foes. He gains his wish in both the worlds and brightly shines when he adores the host. With well-advancing steeds, the worshipper's defender is Sutambara, producer and uplifter of all holy thoughts. The milch cow brought sweet-flavored milk was dealt around. Who speaks the bidding text knows this. Not he who sleeps. The sacred hymns love him who wakes and watches on him who watches. Come, the Saman verses. This Soma saith unto the man who watches, I rest and have my dwelling in thy friendship. Agni is watchful, and the Richas love him. Agni is watchful, Saman verses, seek him. Agni is watchful. To him saith this Soma, I rest and have my dwelling in thy friendship. And our consciousness and the principles in which we operate these things may grant more opportunity to have the things of which part of them go towards these operations. Hymn 5.45, Visvademas, 11 verses. Bards of approaching dawn, who know the heavens, are come with hymns to throw the mountain open. The sun hath risen and opened the stable portals. The doors of men too hath the god thrown open. Surya hath spread his light as splendor. Hither came the cow's mother, conscious from the stable, to streams that flow with biting waves, to deserts and heaven is established like a firm set pillar. This Lord hath won the burden of the mountain, to aid the ancient birth of mighty waters. The mountain parted, heaven performed his office. The worshippers were worn with constant serving. With hymns and God-loved words will I invoke you, Indra and Agni, to obtain your favor, for verily sages skilled in sacrificing worship the Marutas, and with lauds invite them. This day approach us, may our thoughts be holy, far from us, let us cast away misfortune. Let us keep those who hate us at a distance, and haste to meet the man who sacrifices. Come, let us carry out, O friends, the purpose wherewith the mother threw the cow's stall open, that wherewith Manu conquered this Isepra, wherewith the wandering merchant gained heaven's water. Here, urged by hands, loudly hath rung the pressed stone wherewith Navagvas through 10 months sang praises. Sarama went aright and found the cattle. Angeras gave effect to all their labors, when at the dawning of this mighty goddess, Angerasas, all sang forth with the cattle. Their spring is in the loftiest place of meeting. Sarama found the kine by order's pathway, borne by his coursers 7 May. Surya visit the field that spreadeth wide for his long journey. Down on the Soma swooped the rapid falcon. Bright was the young sage moving mid his cattle. Surya hath mounted to the shining ocean, when he hath yoked his fair-backed tawny horses. The wise have drawn him like a ship through water. The floods obedient have descended hither. I lay upon the floods your hymn, light winning, wherewith Navagvas their 10 months completed. Through this our hymn may we have gods to guard us. Through this our hymn pass safe beyond affliction. And as much as we can, the good and the bad, situations come upon the good and the bad. But sometimes stuff does happen because we have prayed for it, that actually made a difference. And I don't just mean, ultimately we are rewarded for our prayers,